What is up, Z-Fighters? It's Manga Adventures, and today I'll be continuing my What If Gohan Became the Super Saiyan God with Part 5, The Black Art. In my eyes, it started so strong but ended in a Deus Ex Machina that even Dragon Ball should be ashamed of. And it hurts so much because the main character was future Trunks, a fan favorite. I know the Terminator inspired the story, still, someone should tell Akira that the series isn't doing so hot right now. Don't get me wrong, I think the concept of the arc was fresh and unique, but I think I can use the groundwork laid out by Akira to make this arc full of excitement from start to finish. Now let's jump right into the story. The future is bleak for Trunks, who is being attacked by a mysterious figure. Even going Super Saiyan isn't enough to stop the foe who smiles at the challenge, but it doesn't take long for him to get bored of this winning battle. The silhouette kills future Bulma in an attempt to provoke Trunks, but his partner Mai convinces him to focus on going back in time like originally planned. Pissed that this may be the limit to Trunks' strength, he aims a killing shot at the young man, but he's pushed out the way and into the time machine at the last second by Mai. As he flies away, he sees the face of his tormentor, illuminated by the flames. Gohan Black. I can hear you now. You only made Gohan black because Gohan is the main character for this what if. But no, you'd be wrong. The reason I made it Gohan black is because future Gohan was the mentor of Trunks. Trunks feels responsible for his master's death and in turn believes he's obligated to protect the future in his place. Let's not forget, Gohan's modern counterpart, the one we're following right now, is the one who saved the current world and became the hero Trunks always knew he was. Now imagine that this same person is the one destroying the future that was finally at peace. Trunks will be emotionally torn. He would hesitate in battle, try to plead with Gohan Black. In my eyes, it just brings the future timeline full circle. Anyways, I'm done explaining. Let's get back to the story and switch over to present Gohan, who is sparring with Zamasu in Universe 10. It surprises everyone they are evenly matched, but Gohan goes Super Saiyan and wins the day, thanking him for the opportunity, but Zamasu was angry because he was by far the strongest Kai in any universe, saying mortals should stay in their place. Battling Kais was the end of Whis' training in the hopes of figuring out how God Ki works. But they weren't able to master it, and Vegeta was the only one to unlock it as seen in Part 4. Gohan isn't happy with the results though, and asks why he isn't able to master the form. Whis responds, "You aren't enough," before taking a big scoop of ice cream. Everybody goes back to their everyday lives. Goku does some training with Goten, who's picking up everything Goku learned in his time away almost instantly, and Goku is ecstatic to fight this new, confident Goten. Goku doesn't have a favorite child, but Goten is by far his preferred sparring partner. He always keeps Goku on his toes, changing up his battle style at the drop of a hat. Vegeta reunites with Bulma and is very concerned for her health. He doesn't want her moving around too much or eating the wrong foods. Trunks is taking over a portion of Capsule Corp, which is struggling, so he can take some stress off his mom. He stays late to handle some paperwork along with the Pilaf gang that's around Trunks' age due to a wish from the Dragon Balls. They were in charge of this section since they are so good at making robots, weapons, etc. And it's through many late nights he begins to bond with Mai. He's initially attracted by her intelligence, but her aggressive attitude is what seals the deal. Her passion and where her inventions go is the reason this section is doing so poorly. But Trunks makes it his mission to support whatever decision she makes because he feels if they work together, they could bring Capsule Corp to a new level. And somehow, so far, this works. Last is Gohan, who has a lot of catching up to do with his work as a scholar, but his first stop is checking up on Pan, who's already speaking, saying Dada, which brings Gohan with more joy than he's ever had before. His family life to him is perfect, and this fills him with determination to try and figure out how to fully unlock God Ki. In the middle of this brief piece, things go per usual with the arrival of future Trunks, except he attacks Gohan when he wakes up. Future Trunks then explains to an understandably confused Goten and present Trunks, and everyone assumes when he mentions a new threat, it's Boo at first. But future Trunks assures he defeated Deborah before he could revive and saying he's facing off against the evil version of Gohan. Vegeta asks if he can go Super Saiyan 2, which he says he achieved the form fighting Dapura, but didn't go to that level because Black gets stronger after each battle, and if he pushes him too far, he can unlock Super Saiyan or greater and become unstoppable. So he must gain a power above that, which can quickly end the fight. Bulma tells future Trunks he needs to relax while she works on the time machine and offers him a place to sleep, and they have dinner with all the Z families. He watches this happy moment, jealous his world isn't like this, even though he thinks present Gohan and Trunks are a bit of nerds in his eyes, talking about business and etc. But the thing that shocks him the most is that his mom is pregnant with his little sister, something he never would have expected. Meanwhile, Black has followed Trunks to the present with the time ring, but as he looks in and sees everyone gathered and eating, he knows it would be suicide to confront them. So he smiles and thinks he would make a little game of this. Eventually, everyone goes home and Trunks begins his training with Vegeta. Black uses this chance to attack present Trunks, who went out with Mai for ice cream. Trunks isn't threatened and immediately goes Super Saiyan, thinking he can win this on his own, but when Black has the upper hand, a prideful Trunks who refuses to lose goes Super Saiyan 2, even though he was instructed not to. Gohan Black is surprised, thinking Super Saiyan was the peak of the Saiyan transformation, but it's this battle that pushes Black to go Super Saiyan for the first time. His body has finally accepted him. He then retreats using the time ring, and after present Trunks tells everyone what happened, future Trunks gets upset, grabbing him by the collar, saying he could have gotten Mai killed. Before present Trunks can say anything, Mai breaks up the argument, saying she's fine and they need to handle the situation at hand. They now know Black can go back and forth in time freely, so they're on their toes, saying they should always stay in groups. Since the time machine is still being worked on by Bulma, they can't follow him. Present Trunks tells him he looks like Gohan, but his ki was different and he was wearing a Kai's uniform. Gohan decides to investigate because if a Kai was involved, that could mean the enemy has God ki. So he, along with Beerus and Whis, leave Earth. This won't be easy because they fought each universe's Kai as a part of their training, so any one of them could be it. Black's next target is the Sun family. Goku smiles, always wanting to fight Gohan all out, so he tells Goten, who he was paired with, to stay back. They both go Super Saiyan, and it doesn't take long for Goku to realize he needs to kick it up to Super Saiyan 2 to even the playing field. Black then begins talking in a mocking tone. He realized, thanks to Gohan's memory, that Super Saiyan is unlocked by rage, so it would be right to assume that Super Saiyan 2 is the same. He then brings up how bad of a father he was to young Gohan because this version of Black has all the memories of Gohan up to the android arc. He's angry for prioritizing training over his family, like how he wanted to stay on Yardrat instead of coming home. He sees this as proof that mortals only care about themselves and says this isn't only his anger, it's both of theirs, and Gohan Black turns Super Saiyan 2. This causes Goku to hesitate and Black gets some good hits in until Goten intervenes in the battle. Goten tells Goku he's a great father and shouldn't doubt that before he goes Super Saiyan 2 himself. This shocks Gohan Black because he's never met Goten and isn't prepared for his fighting style. He's taken a lot of damage, but he smiles, saying Super Saiyan 2 is amazing and another Zenkai boost will make him unstoppable. He then slips back to the future with his time ring, and Goten checks on Goku, who tells him he may think he's a good dad, but does Gohan? This is getting serious. Gohan Black is getting crazy strong, just like Trunks had feared. This shows the crazy potential that modern Gohan had displayed throughout all of Dragon Ball, and the return of the Zenkai boost that hasn't been used in a while, and just how deadly an ability it is. Goten communicates with Gohan, telling him that the ki definitely was similar to God ki, since he has a better feel for these kind of things, but specifically it felt like a Kai, nothing mortal, and Goku adds that he hates mortals. This narrows down Gohan's search immediately to Zamasu. Now they're on their way there. Trunks has given up hope, figuring now that Gohan Black is Super Saiyan 2, he's unstoppable, but he continues to train all the same. Vegeta notices the lack of fire in his alternate son, but before he could say anything, present Trunks grabs him by the collar like he did to him earlier and asks where his Saiyan pride is. And all future Trunks does is lower his head, seeing no point in fighting for a future without his mother or Mai, wishing things could have been different. Goten offers a hand and properly introduces himself. He sees Trunks' internal struggle and takes a more gentle approach, telling him he's a protector of his Earth and he's been doing a great job so far from what he's heard. It's normal to have dark times, but remember, everyone is counting on you, not just your family. These people have faith in you, even if you don't have faith in yourself, so don't disappoint them. Your hard work will pay off, and you'll eventually find someone you'll personally want to protect, so be patient until then. Trunks tears up thinking of when he first met Mai and the short-lived peace before Black and after the battle with the androids. Trunks wishes he had a friend like Goten in his time, to which Goten responds, they are friends. He wouldn't be here without him. Real quick, let's switch over to Gohan and Beerus arriving in front of Zamasu, who admits his plans per canon and gets destroyed on the spot. Now back to where we were. Gohan Black cockily shows up in front of everyone, thinking he's unstoppable. Everyone except for Vegeta powers up the Super Saiyan 2 and charges Black all at once. But the evil Gohan turns Super Saiyan 2 himself, and even though it's 3 versus 1, he is easily winning. Vegeta tells them to get back, he'll handle this. Black wonders if he'll transform before getting a swift punch to the gut, and Vegeta takes his finger with the time ring on it and breaks it, despite Black struggling to get free. Vegeta tells him he has the key of a god, and no form of Zenkai boost will ever let you catch up to it. The Saiyan Prince beats on an increasingly angry Gohan Black, who screams, "You don't think I know how to unlock God Key?" Which Vegeta responds with, he's not gonna let you get the chance, as he charges up an energy blast, but Black is saved at the last minute by future Zamasu, who has his own time rings, because remember, they had a whole box of them in canon. But have no fear, because the time machine is now ready, but there's a problem. Only 3 people can fit inside. Gohan, Trunks, and Vegeta are the obvious choices, but Goku steps up with a serious look, one he's never made before, and pleads with Vegeta to go in his place. Vegeta turns his head and tells Goku not to screw this up. When they arrive, they are met by Gohan Black and Zamasu. Gohan fights Black and is winning easily in his base form, similar to Vegeta, but when Black gets angry, per usual, this time he wipes the blood from his mouth with a smile and says he didn't know Saiyans weren't born with God Ki, but takes a deep breath and says once he unlocks his new form, he'll be unstoppable. So he stays calm, and that's when he goes Super Saiyan Rose. Gohan quickly turns Super Saiyan God, and the two are evenly matched. Meanwhile, Trunks and Goku are trying their best to hold off Zamasu, but he's too powerful. When Trunks lands a lucky hit with his sword, it turns out he is invincible, and any damage done to him will be completely healed. Zamasu knocks back Goku and Trunks, and then goes over to Black and helps him with Gohan. Together, they're able to push him back, and with some quick healing from Zamasu, Black gets another Zenkai boost. With an obvious upper hand, they explain how they accomplished this plan. Zamasu looked for a world without a god of destruction, but the only one he could find is one who also doesn't have a Gohan. So he wished back the Gohan that died in the future Trunk arc just to take over his body. And finally, wished for immortality as icing on the cake. The situation seems hopeless, but Goku steps up, a vein pulsating on his head, and tells Zamasu that he defiled his son's grave, the one that worked so hard for this world when he was gone. Goku then begins to calm down. But maybe if I was a better father, he wouldn't have had the anger needed to go Super Saiyan 2 and get as far as he did. I feel like I failed the Gohan in this time in more ways than one, but I'll fix everything and become the father he needs by stopping you right here, right now, and letting you rest easy, son. Goku then turns Super Saiyan God. Trunks tells Gohan that even with this extra power, Zamasu is immortal. But Gohan, who came up with an idea, tells Goku to handle Black on his own. Trunks says there's no way after the Zenkai boost, but Goku, looking for atonement and having faith in his son, does as instructed. Gohan is easily able to outpower Zamasu, but he can't kill him until he does a move used by Beerus, the Hakai. This disintegrates Zamasu down to the last atom. Gohan then rushes over to assist his father, and the two charge up for a father-son Kamehameha that clashes with Gohan Black's Kamehameha, that I'll change to the color of black just for aesthetic purposes. With a combined push, Gohan and Goku defeat Gohan Black, who is crying as he is engulfed in the blast. Looking at the father and son working together side by side, this is Gohan finally regaining control for a split second, thinking his father did care about him. The battle is over and the group goes back to their time. Trunks is angry he couldn't protect the future himself, but calms himself down and promises to always protect this world no matter how hard it gets, as he finally turns Super Saiyan God himself. Gohan sees this and knows the future is in good hands. Gohan then turns to Goku and thanks him for everything he's done for him. Now we are done. I was especially excited to do this video because Fairwind commented on part 1 wanting a Goku Black art, so I went all out on this, developing a lot of characters and changing the lore to really spice up the story to something you've never seen before. I hope they weren't disappointed. I just want you guys to know I read and take into consideration all my comments, and it means a lot that you guys are enjoying this what if. But if you have any feedback, don't be afraid to say it. Anyway, the next part will be out this week, and the finale, at least until the moral arc is over, will be out next week. Hold on tight because the ride is almost over.